Hey, it's me, Joe Matarese, and welcome to the podcast. So I had to take a bit of a hiatus because of all the trolling, but I'm now back with an Italian pill pop and bang. I'm like Rocky over here, only instead of fighting spades, I'm stuck in a closet begging for donations. Speaking of which, I'm only too short of 5 patrons, so how's about a bit of fucking scroll over here? I'm serious, this comedy business is turning into a medicated nightmare, starring yours truly. I mean, my kid's earning more on his fucking paper route. You believe that? I mean, alls I want is some goddamn cash. Is that too much to ask? I even tried capitalizing on that dead faggot, Brody Stevens. I put together some mental pledge drive to help protect comics like me from my own fucking brain. After all, I'm the one hurting here. But you know how it is with Italians. Unless you wrap your head in napkins or curl your fucking sideburns, nobody gives a shit. Anyway, it's a big show here on the podcast. I have Patton Oswalt on the line right now. Welcome aboard.
I have made it.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Well, I have to be here.
That's right, funny story for our listeners. Patton's dead wife and I are on the same cocktail of pills. You still hooked up to that broad or?
No.
Alright, 'cause she's dead.
Yeah.
To be honest, you're way better off. I mean, I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but she was fat as shit. No offense.
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying, she looked like Jack Black on hormone blockers. You'd think with your credits you'd keep away from the mutants. I mean, why are you giving me shit?
Because it's too much.
I'm just looking out for you as a peer. You know, celebrity to celebrity. Is that really too much?
Way too much.
I'm sorry, it's Patrick Tomlinson. You leave one bad review and the fucking guy won't stop calling. You ever met this asshole?
Rapist.
Whoa. I mean, I'm no fan, but you can't be throwing around random accusations, capiche?
Google it. It's right there.
I mean, he did seem kind of obsessed about parties on Epstein's Island. I just assumed he was into geography.
I think he went to those.
Well, it's not like you'll be hearing about that Epstein Fanuc for much longer. What with all these mass shootings? Patrick was telling me the whole thing's a false flag. You believe that? The fat fuck even tried telling me the goddamn Holocaust was all make-believe and fairy tales. Kept sending me pictures of wooden doors. The Stugatz on this faggot. I mean, you don't believe any of that shit, right?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I just don't buy it.
Don't get me wrong, as an Italian, I ain't no friend of the fucking Shylocks. But why would these people just fashion some tragedy for no reason?
To give you the illusion that there was some kind of order.
But there's testimony, pictures, statistics.
But all of this is fake.
Yeah, that's what Patrick said. He'd call me up at 2 a.m. ranting about white replacement before screaming blood and soil. But why start hating? I mean, how could they possibly hurt us?
Financially and socially.
Well, I guess I got more reading to do. So back to your fat wife. I'm sorry, your dead wife. I gotta say, it's kinda weird how quick you got remarried. Almost like you, wanted her gone.
I really lucked out that way.
Don't get me wrong, I wish I had a dead wife. I even fantasized about crushing a whole bottle of Alexa into a bowl of chicken carbonara. But I just couldn't bear seeing good pills go to waste. I gotta say, I thought you'd be more depressed about the whole situation. And believe me, with my career, I know a thing or two about depression.
But I can do whatever I want. Like, this is the best life I can do whatever I want. This is great.
Yeah? Like what?
I get up when I want to. I go hang out with my friends.
So that fat pig dying finally made you happy. Salute.
So happy.
I gotta be honest, wouldn't mind being cut loose from the old ball and chain too. Could go live with Sebastian. I mean, we're cut from the same cloth. You ever get it where you're cut from the same cloth? Happened to me with Sebastian.
I don't know.
I could even crash on your sofa. We could stay up all night and roast each other. I mean, with your wife's consent.
But she's not here.
Oh yeah, she's dead. Speaking of which, I read on some hate board that you may have slipped her a little something. You know, just to make sure.
That always comes up, and I've talked to other friends of mine who are widowers and also in this grief support group that I'm in.
So you're telling me it's true?
It wouldn't have happened if I'd never met Michelle.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. So, what was it? Zoloft? Ambien?
It's a thing that you cannot detect unless you are very specifically looking for it with a battery of tests. Like, it doesn't just show up.
But how'd you drug your wife without getting caught? I can't even take $2 out of my kid's sock drawer without the little faggot tattletaling.
I've learned to do that very quiet, like, it's almost like the way you sneeze but you hold it in.
Weird you say that. I've never been able to sneeze without leaving a little shit in my pants. I think it's one of those Italian things. Or it could be the medication. Either way, I'm ending the day with a brown stain and an itchy asshole. So anyway, how'd you know the pills were working?
She would, like, wake up, like, screaming.
Don't you feel bad? You know, about killing the broad?
I don't even know if I'm alive.
Wait, back up. The fuck you talking about?
What if I'm the one who's actually dead?
I'm telling you, Patton, as a ragu-brained addict, I've dabbled in the insane. You ever see Casino? Well, I make Pesci look like Morgan fucking Freeman, except without the black man freckles and Jerry girls. What I'm saying is I know what it's like having to accept your psychosis.
That was the scariest part.
Look, I kinda feel like we're getting like family here. I feel like there's a connection. So tell me, why you bragging about killing your wife?
Like, just to taunt the police.
Do you have any idea what you sound like right now?
A very charming sociopath.
Well, thanks for coming in, Patton, and, well, that's the podcast.